What's up, family? Get ready for the return of Bazing at the Dark. I know it's been a crazy year with the election, ongoing impeachment, just nonsense going on every week. But every week, I want to update you on everything that's going on and around the country and our community, what's going on with social media, what's trending with influencers, and also to introduce you to new artists and comedians, all the things we did with the Bazing at the Dark TV show. A lot of folks reach out to me about being on the show and authors and, entrepreneurs. Well, we have a show for entrepreneurs called Living Your Dream. But as far as artists and influencers and all these other folks who are trying to get on, where do new artists go to get heard? Where do new authors go to put out their books? Larry King was a huge influence of mine, so when I saw putting on great interviews, Oprah as well, great interviewer, also Soul Train, where you got an opportunity to meet a lot of different artists. And I wanted to develop that show. That's how I came up with the concept of Bazing at the Dark. It was like a combination of all those shows because it was a way to meet people and be introduced to different influencers and authors and artists and comedians that you would never otherwise see, right? Like Def Comedy Jam. So this is a combination of all that. In fact, one of the biggest influences, this may surprise you, one of the biggest influences of Bazing at the Dark was a show that was done back in the 1960s by Hugh Hefner called Playboy After Dark. Yeah, you all need to Google that on YouTube, and you'll see the some of the similarities. And once the pandemic is over, we're going to take this thing live, and it's going to be a show like you've never seen before, and it'll really resemble Playboy After Dark, but with a lot more jazz, more like Soul Train. So while we have the pandemic going on, we're going to do it right here on social media. I'll be reaching out to the artists to be performing live right here on my social media page. And of course, it'll go over to the Bazing at the Dark YouTube page. But we're going to have the new artists on. I love breaking new artists when I was on radio. I love having them at my different events. Lettucey, Raheem Devon, Eric Roberson, all these great artists that really blew up as a result of me playing them on my radio show. And I love doing that. There's nothing I love more than putting people on. So if you're an author, if you're an influencer, if you're a comedian, if you're an artist, stay tuned, man. All the details about how to reach out to become a part of this show and to have a home where we can reach over 20 million people. And we do 20 million people every month or more on this show. That's more than most networks. So family, stay tuned for Bazing at the Dark. I look forward to bringing you all quality, intelligent, classy entertainment, introducing you to new artists that you will never hear anyplace else, comedians that are hilarious, but most importantly, Bazing at the Dark is about the conversation. It's about having people who, have struggled and people who have a story to tell and people who want to engage you in a multitude of topics. It's not just about celebrities. I never found that, and don't get me wrong, I love my celebrity friends now, but I've never found that, the real people for me have always delivered. Every day on the radio show, when I pick up that phone, I always got a call that I could have a great time with, a call that was engaging, a call that people could relate to. So yes, I look forward to having the artists on. Yes, I look forward to having the comedians on. Yes, I look forward to having the celebrities on. But more importantly, just like with the Bazing at the Dark TV show, I want to have a panel to start the show. And I want you on that panel. Because if you wrote a book, your book is about something, right? Your book could be the topic of the show because every book is about something. Every book is a topic. So stay tuned, family, for Bazing at the Dark. We got so many new things coming up, and it's all about putting you on. It's all about finding a way to bring people up out of obscurity and bringing them into the public light. I think the most important thing that anybody can do with a platform like this is be the person that the person who is successful is talking about. Oh, I want to thank Michael Bazin for putting me on his show. I got my start on. See, that to me is bigger than I'm this and I'm that. I love the idea that I help someone become successful. It may have been just a small part of their story. I don't know how big a part of the story I've been for some of the artists that I put on or some of the authors that I put on, but I was a part of their story. And that's all I ever want to be. So let me be a part of your story. Stay tuned for all the details on how to be a guest on Bazing at the Dark, artists, how to perform on Bazing at the Dark. And family, we got to get it together. If you're going to be a panelist on the show, get yourself a quality microphone, get yourself a nice green screen, and get you nice graphics so we can do this with class, because that's one thing that's missing. Great conversation that's done in a way that's classy and engaging. And that's what I'm going to bring every week on Bazing at the Dark. All right, family, take care. Be safe. Wear your mask, social distance, do everything you can. We got to survive this thing so we can get back to the live party, so we can get back to the live Basing After Dark. Oh, I look forward to that. Take care, family. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being a part of my family and making me a part of yours. See you on Basing After Dark.